Looks like we're live.
Yay, perfect.
So I'm waiting to see. Yes, and we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome to Bali, Indonesia. I hope we don't have a delay on this recording, but maybe we do. Let's see. I see a little bit of delay as I'm talking already. Okay. My name is Magdalena Freedom Rod, for those of you who don't know me, and I am here with my friend Dona Julie. I love your name.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here chatting with you. It's funny, we live on the same island, but I feel like we're so far apart. We don't get to see each other very often. So it's fun to have this conversation with you today.
Yeah, I agree. I love it. And we're going to see each other soon, though. We have a little mansion party that we're going to be going to together soon, which is something I'm really looking forward to. Living our best life here in paradise. So Dona and I wanted to come together today to have a conversation about what's possible. So taking ourselves from impossible to changing that to a little shift there to I'm possible and my dream life is possible. And we're here to show you actually that is true. So Dona and I known each other for a couple of years now, and we work with the same freedompreneur community around the world. And we thought it would be beneficial to come and have a conversation with you about what's possible. So Dona, would you like to share a little bit about your story?
I'd love to. Yeah, I love how you frame it from impossible to I'm possible, because that's really been a huge piece of my own journey. Before I found this business model, I was a stay-at-home mom, unschooling my kids back in California. My husband was the breadwinner. And, I just had all of these big dreams on my heart. I had traveled solo around the world in my 20s and had seen people traveling with their kids. And, that was an image that always locked into my mind and into my soul of that's the life I want to give to my children. That's how I want to parent. And I found myself kind of stuck and trapped in this matrix world of my husband working for, startup companies in San Francisco, me being home with the kids, living a really good life. Great, really, but I wanted extraordinary. And I had waited for so many years for him to figure it out. He's the software engineer. He was the one who was able to work online, but yet he wasn't figuring it out. And the years kept going by. And so I finally got out of my own way and was like, all right, I'm going to figure this out because I don't want to wait anymore. And this dream is too important to me. And so I'm going to, change the narrative, change the story and make this happen for myself. And so it was around that time that I found this business model, started learning the skills of, showing up online and building a personal brand and marketing and sales and all of these things. I didn't have these skills beforehand, but I knew that if I wanted to create an income that could come with us wherever we were in the world, I needed to start learning the skills. And so I did that. And here we are, fast forward 4 years later, and we've been living in Bali for the last 2.5 years and truly embodying that life, that vision that I had for myself, nearly 20 years ago when I was, cycling around Laos, by myself. So, it's really kind of mind-blowing and beautiful. And I love being a kind of a lighthouse for people, to show people that it is actually possible. When you make a decision, you have a nudge on your soul of what you want to do, what you want to create. I really believe now it's our duty to actually follow that calling and not just push it aside and play into all of the beliefs that we have of that's not possible for me. I can't do that because no. And actually, no, lean in and figure out how to make it possible. So that's a little bit about me.
Right. And I thank you for sharing that. And yes, again, it's just going back to the theme of this conversation from impossible to I'm possible. And, I see I talk to a lot of people in my day-to-day who do have a bigger dream for their lives and are getting in their own ways with coming up with reasons or excuses that it's impossible. So really my intention with this conversation is to show everybody like two embodied role models to show you that the freedom lifestyle is possible for you. It's possible for anyone, because the truth is that anyone can do this, but not necessarily everyone will. And so we're inviting you today to get out of your own way and push through, push out of your comfort zone into the life that's waiting for you, because nobody was born for a mediocre life. We were all built for, made for an extraordinary life. And it's up to us to claim it and to start that with just making a decision that that's what you're going to have. And you don't necessarily need to know right now how, and we're here to help guide you for the how. We have the how, we have the golden ticket to freedom. We have cracked the code, and we're here to support you and serve you in figuring out the how part. But it's going to be up to each of you to claim your why and your decision to actually take the next action step to actually change your life, because it is possible. And you can just say to yourself, I'm possible, my dreams are possible, and look at us as role models for that. And so in my case, I was already traveling, when I started in this space. I was traveling, I was teaching yoga, and I thought I had all my freedom until one friend reflected to me that she's like, how's your bank account? Like, how's your money situation? And I was like, oh yeah, except for that part, and she's like, well, so you're not actually really free. And I was like, whoa, you're right. Like, it was such an important mirror that she held up to me. And then I went on the quest. I was like, that's right. I'm traveling. I have the time freedom. I'm in different countries. I have the location freedom. My parents had passed. My daughter had graduated high school. I had all the time. But I didn't have the skills to actually make money online while I was traveling. So then I went on my quest also, said a prayer to the universe, show me how, show me that how. And then that's when I found this business model as well. So it's like, it's just interesting, Dona, that like you came at it from, you were in a position where like your needs were met, like financially, your husband was the breadwinner and you were with the kids and you had that wanderlust, right? And then my situation was like, you wanted the location freedom and the time freedom, right? And I was looking for the financial freedom. And the cool thing is that this solution, this business model actually ticks all the boxes, right? So whichever freedom you're looking for, you can find it here.
Absolutely. And, I love that everybody's version of freedom is different, right? For us, it's living abroad. We have these gypsy souls who are wandering the planet and just kind of free flowing through life. But then, other people, they just want a home base and they want to have a permaculture homestead and they want to grow all of their food and, or they want to live in an RV and travel around, the country or whatever it is. Maybe it's even just to retire your own spouse or to be able to help out your parents or whatever. Like, and it's all perfect because whatever your why is, this business model can support you. And I just love the diversity within our community because people are living so drastically different across the spectrum. And that's perfect. I think we're at this time in history where people are really being called forward to tap into their own genius, to tap into their most authentic selves and move forward in life in that way. Like, what brings you joy? What excites you? What lights you up? And go do more of that. And this business model truly like gets to be that foundation of like, cool, you want to go spend your day surfing? Go do that. Cool. You want to go grow food and be a farmer? Go do that. But you don't have to be a poor farmer who's just, living a hand to mouth existence. Right. You can have it all. Right. And I, like you said, this is truly a golden ticket opportunity. I've looked at so many things, as I'm sure you have too, as how to make money online. How are people doing this? And I keep coming back to like, this is incredible. This is incredible. The longer I'm in this space, the more transformation I see amongst our community members. It's like, wow, even the limits of like what I thought was possible just keeps getting like 10x, 10x, 10x. And it's so inspiring. It's like, oh, I could be playing even bigger. I could be doing even more. I could, and it's a really fun and uplifting, inspiring space to be in when you're surrounded by people who are just like going big in life and really truly embodying their dreams and making them happen. So
Right, absolutely. And it continuing to expand your mind for what's possible in your life. Because when I started in this space, I can look retroactively now and be like, I had a very small, like $10,000, for example, was a lot of money to me, 4 years ago. Well, for me, it's a little over 3 years. That was a lot of money to me at that time, and now that's not a lot of money to me anymore. It's like my vision has stretched for what's possible for my life, for income potential and freedom potential. And yeah, I love what you said about surrounding yourself, with people who are really embodying like the life that you want, right? Because it's like, is it Tony Robbins? Who is it that gets the credit for saying, you become the top 5 people you surround yourself with, right? So it's like, surround yourself with people who are where you want to be in your life. This is a really important nugget for people. Like, who are you surrounding yourself with right now? If you want a bigger life, look around. Who are you spending your time with? Who are you giving your energy with, sharing your energy with? And, maybe consider expanding your circle to include people who are where you want to be in your life. And then also, from a timing perspective, like, now is the time, especially if we're talking about financial freedom, because I'm even seeing it. I'm sure you're seeing it here too in Bali, right? Like, this global inflation thing is happening everywhere, and the prices of life are only going up. So like, this is really the time to get a handle on creating a really lucrative income stream to support you and your family going forward. What are your thoughts on that?
100%. I think, having now been out of the world of having a capped employer-based income for the last 4 years, and watching how, I'm in control of how much money I make, how much time I put in, how much I believe in myself. It all goes into what is possible for me and my family. And now, we were in a place where my husband was making, let's say $8,000 a month. And I thought, wow, this is an incredible income. And now I'm like, that's like the bare minimum, you know? I want more than that, not because I am a fancy person and I need lots and lots of money in my life, but because it creates choice. Mm-hmm. And so we are living in this world where inflation is just continuing to go up and the cost of living is just continuing to go up. We were just talking about it, like the cost of living in Bali is going up exponentially.
Yeah.
But we've got an income model that can continue to grow with us and not get capped. Right. And that's a place that feels really safe to me. For me, finances, especially as women, I think feeling safe and having money is a way that we feel safe. Right. And so, and it's unbelievably important to have multiple streams of income at this point, to support yourself in this world.
Yeah, absolutely. And also for women to have their own money, right? And not be leaning on a spouse or a partner in order for them to feel secure financially. To really, I'm really keen on empowering women to create their own money so that they are safe no matter what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And, I was definitely one of those women who was like, that's never going to happen to me. I'm never going to get a divorce. Everything is good. It's fine. And then it happened to me. But having this income stream that's been supporting our family financially for the last 4 years that I own, that I'm in control of, it really created a space of empowerment for me. So when that did happen to me, I wasn't with my back up against a wall thinking, oh my God, if I leave, how am I going to support myself? Especially living in a country where you can't work. Like you can't just go to the store here and get a job. You have to be able to create your own income. And so, it's a huge thing for women because we're not fortune tellers. We can't see what's coming. And to have, again, that financial security that you're going to be taken care of no matter what happens is a really empowering place to be.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So what we're really talking about is empowering people, anyone who feels the call of their heart to expand into more freedom in whatever area you feel you need more freedom, just empowering people to be abundant and sovereign and free and to take ownership of your life and make a decision to get outside of your comfort zone, leave your excuses behind, and to let your dreams be bigger than those excuses, because it is possible. And the two of us are here just joyfully like pinching ourselves every day that we've created this incredible lifestyle, you know, the life of our dreams. And we're just really, we love paying it forward, right? And sharing it with others and helping others achieve that as well. Because for us, that gets to be a positive impact that we make in people's lives as well, which is a huge part of this for me as well. We get all the freedom, and then we also get the fulfillment of being of service to others who are really ready to make the shift, who are ready to show up for themselves and apply themselves and learn the skill set and apply it to actually create the life of their dreams.
Yeah, 100%. And also not have to fully recreate the wheel, right? Like there's systems and there's ways of making money that actually work. And so you can try and do this the hard way and go totally forge your own path and try and figure it out on your own. Or you can follow a proven system that's worked for so many people and continues to work.
Yeah.
So like, why not push the easy button? You know, that's kind of how I'm.
I love that.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Have to be that hard.
100%. Because I did that. I threw the spaghetti against the wall, you know, lots of times. And I tried lots of different things that did not work ultimately and were not sustainable. So I took the long curvy path, you know, when it's like what we're really offering here is the shortcut. And, you know, it still comes with a lot of personal growth. You still have to, you know, learn skills and expand into the next level version of yourself, which is in and of itself like an expansion. But I highly recommend it. What we're talking about to some extent is a self-development journey with the compensation plan. Like you get to get paid to become the next level, higher version of yourself with more skill sets and more inner freedom, as well as all the other freedoms, inner freedom as well, because you are more connected to yourself and your authentic self than you've ever been. And that in and of itself brings a lot of joy. Don't you think?
Well, that's really the highest version of freedom, right? Is like, you can have all the other things, but if you're not free within your soul, it's not going to feel amazing, and you're going to keep reaching for other things. And so it comes down to like that foundational level of freedom starts within. Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. This was a really good conversation today, Magdalene. I really appreciate taking the time to chat with me today and share a little bit of your story and your heart and your wanderlust and all of the amazing things about you. So
same.
Look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks for this big mastermind that we're part of.
Yeah, Bali Mansion Mastermind. I mean, life is so different now than it was a few years ago. Yeah, and I just love knowing people like you. And, you know, we have a tribe here in Bali. We got tribe all over the world. We're over 6,000 strong in our Freedompreneur community all over the world, and just getting bigger and better every day. And so, yeah, it's also such a joy to just, you know, connect with like-minded souls, you know, and kindred spirits like you. So thanks for being here too, love. And I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Love you much. Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye. Am I still live? Am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live. Okay. Bye, guys.